My name is Rhapsody, welcome back to Elden Ring. We are here out front of the Altus Highway. We were intending to go down this line, making our way up to 2. I also have one more. Yeah, no, that's the sealed tunnel, which we were already at. Alright. Let's do it. It's, yeah, around and then down on this one. I'll also try and sweep up the probably right side. Ooh. Did I see those down there before? I didn't think I hadn't thought I'd seen jellyfish in ages. Which means maybe I haven't fully explored the end of this cavern over here. Or maybe they only turn up at night. So this goes through... Yeah, that's a through road to the Golden Lineage of jail, which we finished. So yeah, we must have. To clarify something that I said in the last episode as well, I checked the footage. The person in the Golden Lineage jail was Godefroy. So yeah, they're definitely doing kind of like a name flip. Everything's a little bit similar. But also, it's not Godfrey. So of course we weren't going to see a beast sellotape to their back right there. Interesting. Last time I saw a flying... Hang on, have I still got the ballista equipped? No, I don't. Okay. I should probably try and get that out now. Yeah, last time I saw a flying one of y'all... Oh. I mean, look, if I can actually approach you, that'll do. They were over in Raya Lucaria? I don't know if it means anything in particular. Okay, we got the Ash of War Bloodblade and an immediate warning by the game, hey, maybe don't wear that much equipment. That's a little too much. There's a Blood Rose in there, but very little reason to dive back in and immediately attempt to fight 2 giant crabs at the same time. Even if I don't find it particularly intimidating, there's also very much no reward out of it. It's different to it's different to fighting the land octopuses for the land octopus ovaries as well, because to me, oftentimes, that is actually kind of a fun fight. It's quite simple. Oh, hello. Really? Why are y'all here? Come on. Come a bit closer. Get up. Why are they here? Starting to see a little bit more dominance of enemies that we saw in Lernia. Sweet the leg! Really? They're serious? Okay, so they were reaching for their troll sword. They were trying to withdraw that from the scabbard themselves. But again, giants in the area too? I wonder if I meant to take something specifically away from that about like an incursion of Liurnia up through this area in the attempt to take the Volcano Manor in the Shattering? Okay, that's the entrance immediately up there. Perfect. I don't think I perfectly swept the right side, which, yeah, was the thing I said I was going to do. Which should have been your first hint that I wasn't going to do it. The only thing I've really managed to stick to my guns entirely on so far. Old Altus Tunnel, we get explosive stone clump. The only thing I managed to stick entirely to my guns on so far is we are never leveling int. No brain. Let there be some light. I should also take the opportunity where available to take a casual roll. I've never seen an item on a wall that's been illusory. I think that would break there. Okay, There's a site of grace in the very bottom. Actually, this ought to give us the name of where we are as well. Oh, also, I have a very, very fruitful trip back to the round table hold to do. Could I leave here? Yeah, I could go above ground and then teleport back to this location instead if I really wanted to. That's the last that'll be said about that. Oh, explosives. Let's see. Probably going to be a good idea for me not to let them do it to me. So instead, I'm going to do it all from afar. Ooh, pickaxe, nice. Yeah, even if it costs me some smoldering butterflies. Because what if I go around the corner and someone immediately throws a firebomb and the entire thing blows up and I take, 4,000 points of damage? You tried. Okay, smithing stone 5. Again, we're really looking for the 6s and 7s at this point. I guess the second weapon that's trying to go up through that area, so I guess the Sacred Butcher Axe at this point, although I don't know if I'm sticking with that. The Omen Killer Cleaver, don't know if I really want to go with those because they're still high on bleed, but maybe they'd be a nice alternate weapon for some bosses. Hey, maybe I should think about alternate weapon sets as well. Maybe even have like an elemental pick for each kind. The sky is limitless. Oh, sorry, I'm talking about Bradley Cooper. This guy is limitless. Uh-huh. No clue why I even attempted to try and go for a throw there. Not that that worked in the end, though. All right. I mean, look, if even strip mining with explosives is not going to get you all away from your shift, I just don't know what will. Gonna have to speak to the Elden Lord personally about labor requirements in the area. Okay. Sure. You better be a really good item to justify there not being anything. Bolt Drake Talisman +1, you know what? That's what we consider a really good item, especially considering it is a great boost of lightning negation right before the area where I suspect I'm probably going to start being hunted with lightning. Again, a 5er. Oh, but there might have been a way to snake around on this side. Yeah, for Somber 6? Somber 6 isn't awful. Nothing I've seen in this dungeon tells me so far that I should or would ever be scared at any part of it. Okay, I'm not even best advised to attempt to backstab these enemies. It's actually just jump and thump to kill both. Ooh, Smithing Stone 5. I got 2 of those as well, so I think I actually got that, or one of them, from the corpse. Explosives down there. I mean, name a better way to set up an ambush. I don't think it's possible. There's a reason that every time you invade an enemy base with your submachine gun in any of the shooters released between the 1990s and 2020, that they are littered with red barrels. Everyone knows that's the way you set up defenses correctly. It's common enough knowledge. I'd highly prefer if they weren't used against me. I think I may have already bought myself that, so let's jump and thump. You! You and your evasive maneuver of standing still. How dare you stand still? Don't you know the trouble that is caused by standing still? Oh, you got trouble. Trouble right here, and it starts with S, which stands for standing. Oh, you got trouble. Gotta find a way to keep the young ones mobile after school. Take a couple more cracked crystals. That. And that actually looks like a dead end. Yeah, it's a dead end for someone. Hey! How did you get out of the explosive radius? Oh, they're all fives! Why are they all fives? You understand, game? All you have to... How many sixes do I actually need in total? I don't want to be lying in this. Okay. I've been complaining this entire time. It's sevens that I need. We're not even close. Sometimes something is better expressed in a series of sounds that, you know, they lean on and evoke the words that otherwise might have been in that position, but not necessarily directly. It's jazz. It's more about the words I'm not saying. Troll's hammer is, I thought, something I already had. Oh, 10 faith? That's actually not impossible for us. The descaling with faith probably does make this a little difficult, especially considering we wouldn't have the ability to change it. Mining tool of the Stone Digger Trolls used to crack bedrock. It's a colossal weapon with strike damage. Is strike blunt type damage? None, strike. So strike, standard, / pierce are the only ones that I've seen. I guess you'd assume this would be blunt, right? The reason I ask is because I imagine, even without the fact this does a small amount of fire damage, that it would be particularly good for hitting these enemies in this area. In the distant past, smithing was considered divine. Trolls roar, look into the distance, and let out an intense roar, generating a powerful shockwave that blows back surrounding foes. Follow up with a strong attack to slam the armament down. I can still hear clanking. Oh. I was so certain about that. Look at this piece of art. It's like, hang on. Look at the seams. Oh no, my lantern's gone out. Can I only have one of these active at a time? I guess. That's unfortunate. The seams though. Then it's... There is something deeper in this cave, right? Yeah, okay, cool. I hadn't pursued this path. Yeah, I don't want to waste the heal immediately on that. Also, my Flask of Wondrous Physic is just not equipped. That, however, that we can do. Oh. You know what? There's explosives in the environment. You'll blow them up on yourself, right? Right? Slam the hammer down. Those? That doesn't... Oh, you did a... That was a troll roar they just did there. Great attack, that fault. Well, never mind. I'm just gonna make no bones about this. Just finish him off. My attack type and weapons seem to be appropriate. A great club? With getting tempting weapons in this area. Unfortunately, it's going to be faith scaling again, isn't it? No! Just 35 strength. That's it. That's all you require for this. 0 dexterity. You can have no hands, and you will still be able to wield the great club. Colossal Weapon Strike has Golden Land as its skill. An enormous club of hard wood, wildly hammering foes with this striking weapon requires no dexterity, only brute force. While it may seem sacrilegious, this weapon is withered from a branch of the Erd tree. Imbued with holy power, it will never snap. Great. I was worried about that because durability has been such an issue so far. Skill Golden Lands, thrust arm them into the ground, then gather strength to unleash a blast of sacred energy that coalesces into golden darts. Follow it with a strong attack to swing the arm and swinging strike. And yes, this would not be able to have any Ash of War applied to it. Which means it's Somber Smithing, scaling. I mean, I gotta say, I do want to look at it. Oh. What's the Golden Land look like? Thump that down and then follow up the heavy attack. Would those like home in on enemies if there were individual enemies in the area? Old Altus Tunnel. Oh wow, this is considered the end of the dungeon as well. So I can actually just go back out immediately to the Round Table Hold. I mean, look, maybe I upgrade the troll thing. Maybe. I do have a couple other colossal weapons that I would be able to dual wield with it, which are a little bit exciting as well. Let's go quickly get our 3s. It is out in this direction. I've got the husks I have to go talk to. Also, I don't think I've spoken with Nepheli Lu in a while. I'd like to go back and do that. For the Smithing Miner's Bell Bearing. Yep, now I can get my 3s. And, like, honestly, I could probably buy a decent amount of them and be pretty comfortable that I'm likely going to make my way through all of them. I also do want to reconsider my armor again, especially if I'm going to be taking something as heavy as the Great Club. Let's unequip those. I think Radigan's Saw Seal is almost always going to be one of the best in slot for me. So we will keep that there. But other than that, let's purchase... Ooh, definitely not 150. Let's get 10 of you. I think I have about enough for level, and then popping runes I can get my equipment upgraded. Oh yeah, we're over a level. Strength up by 1. Then we will visit Hugh, be taken for dead, and this upgrades with basics? What? What? How? But you can't Ash of... Yeah, you can't Ash of War it. I thought the rule, just as a flat case, was that it was unique weapons that would be upgraded with Somber Smithing Stones, as well as not be able to be adjusted by Ash of War. Interesting. I don't know why, but this makes me even keener for this weapon. So it's 2, 4, 6, right? So we need a total of 12 to get them past that level. And then we're going to need 9 more here from Smithing Stone 2. We're going to need 1 more Smithing Stone 3, 1 more Smithing Stone 4. And now we can get this Great Club all the way up to, 13, I think? Just off of those. And then all of the 5s I've just picked up suddenly come back in handy, don't they? It's so colossal. And undeniably a weapon.
Back already, no matter.
I mean, look, I think it's pretty good. I might even go so far as to call it very good. Okay, all those 9s. Yeah, that'll get us far and away over the line.
Back all, no matter.
Oh, oh, right. I was about to say, I have enough 4s to get the upgrade, but I did plan that out. 5s for the upgrade as well. And that even leaves me with the ability to move something else through all of the Smithing Stone 5 still afterwards. I'm surprised I'm popping even more. Alright.
Back no matter.
So in 6, I would be able to give it 2 upgrades here. Its strength scaling becomes B. You know how many points I can get back if I just drop Dex? You know how many points I can get back if I drop Dex and the only requirement for my weapons is strength, and it just scales off that?
Back already.
I actually think I might be respecking this episode now. I am deeply pleased. I was worried that was going to be something that I was constantly going to threaten to do, but never actually managed to work into the build. Okay. Crap.
Back all, no matter.
These. And take that. Great Club 17. And there's also the Sacred Butchering Knife here, which is a great axe, so unfortunately would not be a colossal weapon alongside anything else. Let's have a look at our other colossal weapon options. Just in case one big weapon isn't enough for me and I do want to go back to power stancing. It's entirely possible I don't need to go back to power stancing. Especially, in fact, if I'm using a colossal weapon that's strictly scaling with strength. Because if I two-hand that weapon, I am increasing my effective strength as far as that weapon is concerned. So, sword chest. Over in the weaponry zone. There's the Troll's Golden Sword. That is a colossal... Wait, hang on. Colossal sword? This is not going to be a colossal sword. It's a colossal weapon. So that's got to be in a different area. Switch the chest. Oh, there we go. Woo! Colossal sword, colossal sword. Yeah, okay. Those are all colossal swords. Heavy thrusting swords, curved swords, axes, great axes, hammer, great hammer, colossal weapon. Okay. I mean, there is Giza's wheel. I have to say, I'm not particularly excited by any of the available options here. I think I might just be one big thump man for a while. I like that. I like that. And then, you know, the offhand, if we have the accessibility to wield. Actually, should also care a decent amount about my poise. Let's get Blythe's pants on. Does that look okay with this? I don't know. Maybe this is the right kind of synthesis of all of the elements that build this character. I like it so far. Can I, while doing this, hold the hand ballista in the other hand? Yes, indeed I can. And in fact, that hand ballista can also probably take a couple of levels right now. So it's probably a good idea. Just pop a couple of these. I am almost entirely certain that the Remembrance of the Blasphemous is not going to be useful at all for us. Look at this build. I think one of the things I like so much about it is it's just not what I would usually do. But it's so fun. I've done spells. Well, spells is actually probably one of the builds that I've done the least across all Souls games. So that is one that I have my eye on, certainly. So up until +9 is Smithing Stone 3, so we're looking for 12 Smithing Stone 4s, and then we can start upgrading the hand ballista more. Let's be clear. There is also the alternative, which is just a jar cannon. It has slightly lower dex requirement, so I would only have to put 12 dex into it. Deals great damage, but is slow to reload. Man. They have the same range. The jar cannon is heavier, though. Oh, actually, we're kind of on a weight threshold here with just the jar cannon. Oh, no. That's probably going to mean that by the time I put on both of my seals here, yeah, a 0.6 seal puts us overweight. Uh-oh. I could use the Erd Tree's favor and then see if any other ones... Yeah, okay, now everything else will still fit on us. Great. Enhances charge spells and skills. Enhances draw and breath attacks. Sorceries, potency. No. Jumping attacks. No. Charge attacks. Final the hit. Guard counter. Yikes. I mean, Bull Goat's Talisman is the one that appeals the most to me right now. Oh, Shiburiri's Woe. Also, I didn't even look at this before when we picked it up. Constantly attracts enemies' aggression. So this was offered to us at the very start of the game. Disturbing likeness of a man whose eyes have been gouged out. Shiburiri. The corners of his mouth are upturned in an almost flirtatious manner. Constantly attracts enemies' aggression. I do like the idea of this Pepe Le Pew dude just walking down the street, just smiling at everyone, and everyone going, God, I want to kill that man. It is said that the man named Shiburiri had his eyes gouged out as punishment for the crime of slander. And with time, the blight of the flame of frenzy came to dwell in the empty sockets. I wonder if slander might be not a perfect translation of tone. And I wonder if the original might be closer to blasphemy. Because for slander, eyes gouged out for slander. And then obviously manifesting kind of like an alternative spiritual force in this world. In the flame of frenzy. I don't know, it just fits in my mind. Final thing we were going to equip was Bull Goat's Talisman for some more poise. Oh no, that means I need a lot more souls so that I can level up the Jar Cannon. It's not a somber smithing stone weapon, right? I'm just gonna make absolutely certain of that before I attempt to level it up.
Well, I took you no matter it. Lay out your arm.
It is! I don't need to purchase more materials for it. Perfect. I mean... yeah? I think we just click the button until the button's no longer clickable. What can I sell you? Pickle Turtleneck is really good, actually, though. Crystal Darts? Throwing Daggers? Kukri? Crystal Dart is probably one of the ones I use the least. These scale with int for all of the bolts. Yeah, I can get rid of the glintstone scraps, I think. And I don't have a 9 yet. I think this is us. I think this is our build. I am speaking through a permanent smile. And I think that's the good clue that maybe I've clocked onto something here. Now, back out into the world. There's more to do. Now, I was given a little bit of a hint that maybe with those statues, my force isn't enough to destroy them, but the force of someone nearby might be. So, where is that easiest for me to test? Maybe down here in the bottom of the sealed tunnel? So, the enemy nearby that I think has the most force would be the Iron Virgin at the very bottom of this area. I'm gonna put that one away so that it just looks a little better rather than hanging out on her back the entire time. Yeah. This is pretty barbaric. Wait. Does it? It doesn't target an enemy? Why? Oh, I think we choose the direction with the follow-up attack. Hang on. Yeah! Oh, that's so cool! Uses a heck of a lot of FP, though. To be fair, it's not something you would, really be using constantly. Oh, absolutely pancake them all. Okay. We've got a little bit of blight in us. We're missing Jar unless we summon. Right, that's I guess the biggest thing. That needs to be represented a little bit better. Oh no! Well, they managed to make it an ambush and a half. I didn't think I was going to land directly on one of them. And unfortunately, I just bounced off their head and landed way down here in the pit, which was not my plan. Hey, buddy. You need to charge at me. Oh, that appears to have worked. Wait, is it literally just for an item inside? I think it may be. Now, this just doesn't seem an appropriate damage type for this enemy. I'm not going to judge my weapon for this. What's inside? No, it's the sevens I need. Damn it! It was so close to having them. I mean, look, they're probably still useful. Let's drop that. Now to make sure that I don't forget how to do this, let's very quickly go back and do it to the two people we need to do it to. I'm pretty sure lift side chamber, secluded cell, and rampart tower. I think it's lift side chamber? And then I think we make our way back out in the main area, and I think there's an omen there. I think we let that attack. Yep. Wait a second. Could have sworn we had the Omens swing their sword through it a couple times there. Maybe it has to be a specific kind of attack? I do wonder if now with my colossal weapon I can... No. The answer is no. Hey, Omen. You're gonna need to do a thumpy. Yeah, but what about a downstrike? That's a kick. I would have assumed all of these already would have done it, to be honest. Okay. That causes a little bit of a problem, because just a moment ago, they did the only attack that I assume will actually affect, or could have actually maybe affected the statue. And it did none. My confidence that they will do this for me is starting to diminish. I mean, I also can't think of like a ballista or anything in this area that would be pointed at this. I think I'm now well beyond attempting any continuation of that. Well, we tried. You know what else we can try while we're here? Something I was told a while about ago. And something that I can now contend with, being a little bit more low in backlog. This door. Never really opened that, did I? Yep. We're gonna give that one a go. So it's out on that area. There's an item we can see on one of the corpses. Pretty sure this will be a survivable one. Yep. Geronimo. Time to finally discover what's at the bottom of Stormveil Castle. Smithing stones too, anyone? Golden rune too as well. Is that a... No, I thought I heard a twinkling rumor. Oh, there's a little bit more twinkling as I approach this area. Okay. There is. These rats do not have frenzy, importantly. Makes sense. They're under the domain of gold. Hello. Good to see you, Rat King. A poison bloom. Yep. Gotta make sure I don't scare it off. Yeah, it's gonna be difficult to scare it off at that point. Rancor Call. Ooh, that is interesting looking. Not a sorcery, it's a spell. Summon. Oh, it's kind of on the border. It's got int and faith requirement. Summons vengeful spirits that chase down foes. Sorcery of the Servants of Death. Summons vengeful spirits that chase down foes, charging enhances potency. Once thought lost, this ancient death hex was rediscovered by the necromancer Garrus. I don't think I know anything about Garrus. I was about to say, I think they're aligned with death, obviously, as is implied in that note. But it's also implied by their job. They're a necromancer. Maybe I could have gotten that from the app. Yeah. Sooner or later, right? thump. Okay, very little damage from you, and you're not even announced as a boss. I want to try and give him the Golden Land. Ooh, okay, maybe that wouldn't be effective against them. Seems like maybe Golden Land might be their jam. You know what they're probably not into, though? The big old axe to the face constantly. Ooh, yeah, sure, let's go for the critical for the final here. Extreme overkill. They didn't even have a health bar by the time they took that second hit. Golden Seed. Golden Dagger. Stone Sword Key. Smoldering Butterfly as well. A third eye? Because this looks like a... I mean, this is definitely a nose. Which means this is our nasal ridge. These are our eyes. And there appears to be a third eye as well at the top. Bloodstain? Oh, this is how Regier died. Why? Huh? Should I be blocking? Prince of Death's Pustule. I think we might have the upgraded version of this already. Yeah, Prince of Death's Cyst. Raises Vitality. Ooh, they do have information difference. It is said that this pustule came from the visage of the visage. So the presentation factor of the Prince of Death. He who used to be called Godwyn. As first dead of the demigods, it said he buried deep under the capital at the Erdtree's roots. We've visited that area. It is said that cyst came from the corrupted visage of one unable to die a true death. Indeed, it comes from the Prince of Death, Scion of the Golden Bow, and First the Dead among them. Okay, so largely ends up repeating similar thing. Oh, ladder out though. Oh god, this could take forever. Golden Land seems fine as an ability. I don't think I'm going to use it too often. Because you kind of want to do it when it kills something nearby, and then the follow-up hits something else, which is just not a use case you run into super often. I do love that scaling only with strength as well. Which actually... that demands that I just go and change my stats as well, right? I have all of this dex that is currently contributing to 0 damage. I have nothing that scales with dex right now. And then this just jumps back out. So, wait, that doesn't get us the door then. Well, hang on. Rampart side. Secluded. Gostock's up there. Maybe I'm in the wrong place? I mean, I did do a big drop down in order to get to the area that I went to. How are we supposed to get there if not that? Obviously, door doesn't open on this side. So that seems to be coming in from this rampart out here. And it's already open as well. Let's keep one effectively on our map as just a target. Pull this down and see if going up and around will help. There's also the Renala change of levels as well to go through, which I think, you know, I can increase my endurance, but I kind of like where my endurance is. I like that I have to make a little bit of trade-off that ends up with this kind of equipment, frankly. I think we basically have the exact right amount of weight. Yeah, it's just the jaws up there. Wait. Oh, that'll do. Yep. I mean, unless this just goes back to another rampart that we have access to from a different side. It looks like dropping down from here would. Oh, maybe it's a false memory, but I think I fought those enemies down there. Guess I'll check this corner, and if it's a dead end, I'll just go back. I mean, but there could have been, though. Just as easily as there wasn't, there could have been instead. Bunch more smithing stones too, suddenly regretting. Wait. Was that visible the whole... Again, another example of them placing items to try and direct you towards secret areas. Trina's Lily. For our Trina's troubles. Smithing stone 1 and a golden rune 2. Adding to our arsenal. Well, excuse me. I've been through a couple of these before. Actually. Kind of the perfect opportunity to let one of those out, right? I found the use case for this weapon. It's when the enemies are easy. So simply all we need to do is only fight simple enemies. And it'll be excellent. I picked up commoner's equipment and a great shield, mana tower shield. An iron great shield, large enough to cover the entire body, depicts the round table hold, gathering place of champions. Great shields boast high damage negation and guard capacity, making attacks easy to repel. Surely what you seek is somewhere close by. And that's legit. It almost looks like the mountain itself has kind of like death pustules all over it as well. Sorry, the mountain, the structure itself has death pustules all over it. The structure. I mean, this is getting us back into a rampart, so I'm feeling pretty secure. Golden Rune 5. And, yep. There it is. Ooh. As well as a painting. A very, very... Looks like maybe an extremely old painting. It looks like maybe it's even missing features. Because it looks like that bridge at the very top is going across, and there is the Church of Anticipation shown on the left, but I'm not seeing much of a depiction of the castle itself. Oh. Some rainbow stones. And this will go around for our door. which actually couldn't have happened at a better time, frankly, because it's the end of the episode. My name is Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Elden Ring. Top left is the series playlist, start to end, YouTube recommendation down below, streaming past the names of people so generously supporting your Republic on patreon.com/RhapsodyPlays at or what the thanks in. A special thanks this episode to Doyler. Hopefully you all been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you all next time.